Good evening. As you can tell, the environment is a bit different, and that is because I'm in my other room. My family is in my room. Well, it used to be my room. I have to do it here because they're gonna go sleep early. They're gonna do another fishing round tomorrow. I guess today now. And I will also go out, but not with them. First, I will do my own thing. I will go to this place where they have Sanrio vintage items and then hang around, lumber around a bit, and then go to the fishing piers where they will have their stuff. Um, but the thing with that Sanrio event, it's not going to start till noon, so I'm going to be showing up kind of late. And they're going to be going there like maybe 9 or no, they're going to go there around 10 or 11, something like that. And oh, hey, thanks for showing up. Sorry I'm late. My husband was super excited about his fishing adventure today, and he was talking about it for about 3 or 4 hours straight. And then we had fish for dinner. I was trying to work on some art, and then I forgot about the laundry. By the time I was folding clothes, I realized, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be online. Oh well, and so here I am. Oh yeah, I hope that's PM because here it's I think it's like 1 something AM. Haha. And so I have some card art I am trying to catch up on. I have a whole bunch of card art. I can't freaking find them. I put them somewhere stupid and I forgot. So I had to get a new small batch of cards, and then I have some progress. This one is ugly. I don't like it. I like the color scheme, but her figure is kind of annoying me. But I will fix it. It's just this part's okay, and then what the fuck? So go over on yonder. Then I have Mephisto from City Shinjuku. This one was pretty cool. I like this one. Still needs work with the red. The red, for some whatever reason, does not want to work with me. But I like how this is turning out. Then we have, well, it's not in order. I didn't finish them all. Some are finished, some are not. I have Kuwabara, and he's looking kind of ugly, but I love this face. Very funny. Cracks me up. Of course, I'll have a good version. I'll make another version of him, like a more serious, badass version, but I like the goofy one more. And then I have the Guyver. This one's a little tricky, but it's coming along pretty alright. I still have to clean up some parts. Um, yeah, it's gonna take a while, but at least most of it's done, so that's the important parts. I think if I was still in the line art, I would be quite irritated. Then we have I didn't start on this one, but maybe later. I love this one. I think even though I haven't finished it, this is my favorite. I love this little pose, and he looks all, I'm hungry, mother. Oh my gosh. Yeah, his name's Rolly from 101 Dalmatians. I think he was my favorite character just because my brother kept quoting him. And he was annoying when he did it, but after, like, give me 2 decades, then I'll like the character. Yeah, over 2 decades. Very, very cute still. I need to work on that later. The last three that I have, two are I think are done, but one is still in the works, and I just got into Gem and the Holograms. Um, I remember watching it a lot as a kid, and then I didn't give a shit, and then I later on started drawing her. I was like, oh, she turned out pretty good. Let's do another one. Then I forgot what's her face, Shana. I forgot how to pronounce her name, but she has purple hair. I like purple, so I had to include her, and she looked pretty cool too. I was like, oh, this is nice. So I'm gonna do like the Gem and the Holograms on one side. So now I gotta start this series. Like I do have little mini series. Oh, I don't know. I just call it card art because it's art on a card. And I these are a lot more like visual reminders for myself to make some of these. I can't guarantee I can do all of these into larger projects, but if I can't, I at least have like a miniature version of them, and that would be really cute. So yeah, I already have Shanna. I'm gonna just call her Shanna, and Aja from Gem and the Holograms. I really like how these turned off. Yes, I did. I drew them. If you can't tell, like, see, this is proof. This is not printed on. It's handmade when it does ugly little reflective, like it's been drawn on. Yeah, and it's not smooth painting. This is definitely not AI. Yeah, there's a whole lot of crap towards AI. I totally get it. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. I just finished this one and this one yesterday, last when I finally had some downtime to work on them. I guess I will work on more of the, like, I think her name's Kimber and Jerica slash Gem. I will work on those eventually. And there's one more girl, I forgot her name. She was playing the keyboard and she had a ponytail. That's all I remember. And she had pink hair. Ah, thank you so much. And then I still want to work on this girl here. I didn't think she would look pretty because they kind of make her look angry all the time. Even her makeup was really bold and, I guess, daring. But she always looked angry and pissed off, but I don't blame her. I used to not like the Misfits, but as I grew up, I was like, oh, they're actually not that bad. Just their singing's not the best, but I like their colors and their style a little bit more, though I'm not really big on zebra print. But yeah, I thought she turned out pretty well. No, this is way older than Suicide Squad. It's Pizzazz from the Misfits in Gem and the Holograms. And so I'm gonna have the holograms, like her group on, like, staring with this side of the face, and then, oh, well, this kind of match. Oh, she kind of has a big face, but yeah, and then the other side would be having this going on. So I think that was kind of working. This is still messy. I just started working on this like maybe a few hours ago. I'm gonna work on it later because I'm gonna be kind of busy later today. But this is what I've been working on recently because I haven't been doing as much art. Can I draw Mr. Bean? Probably can, but I don't have a reference on me. I'm not good with memory. Don't ask me to draw things based off memory. My memory is trash. Oh, did I do this correct? Okay. So I already have something planned to draw because while I still have these works in progress and I could do painting, I'm not going to do painting right now. I'm just going to start um, doing the pencil art for some of the blank cards because I can. And where is pencil? Pencil would be good. Can't draw with my eye itself unless I have blood. Okay, so what am I drawing? I hope I can do this correctly because now I have to remember to draw smaller because I will forget. It's very easy for me to forget. And this is based off a drawing I saw, but instead of dogs, I think the original reference was dogs. I replaced them with pigs because I like pigs. I feel like they don't get enough attention. They do, and yet it's always negative attention, especially in Western culture. They're all like, ah, they're fat, gross, and stupid. They're crazy smart. They can keep themselves clean if they really wanted to. And I just think they're really cute. Plus, I think they need to show the black pigs more. It's not a race thing. It's just when I used to work with them long ago, the black ones had a nicer temper and they were nicer to me, whereas the pink ones would bite my feet and it was not fun at all. And they hurt. I remember them biting my boots and I was still wearing the boots. It's like, ah, get off me. They were just really hungry. But like, calm down. Okay, so earlier today I did another live whips, but it was an extra. So when I have extras, those are more impromptu and random. I will not always have a definite schedule. I kind of just, that's more like an experimental, if I feel like it, live stream. Whereas this one, it's supposed to be scheduled, but this was also kind of loose right now because I've been tired and busy and don't feel like drawing. Um, and I'm supposed to be sleeping now, but I felt bad, like, oh, I can do this tomorrow, but tomorrow is like the start of the next week, the upcoming week, and I can't be up too late this time around. I can because I'm gonna go out separately before I meet up with my family, and so yeah. And I'm very sketchy. I don't have clean pencils, so bear that in mind. I know there's like a certain way some artists online have a way of drawing. More comfortable. Add a QR sticker. Ugh. Oh, cool. Congrats. Hope you have fun. Is that later today or tomorrow? Oh, wait, tomorrow's school. I don't know. But I hope you have fun. Sounds interesting. Hey, yeah, I bet. I can only imagine. I used to be excited about going to. Is it a kind of arcade place? Because I used to enjoy that, but that's when things used to cost 25 cents once upon a yonder. Oh, cool. I don't think I've ever been there. Maybe next week you can tell me more. Okay, let's see. I think I'll just make them like Zashiki, either Zashiki Buddha or Lulu the Piggy. They're both eerily similar. And there's a fruit fly pissing me off. I'm trying my best. Oh, okay. Well, have fun. Oh, gambling for children. Okay. Well, I think on legal gambling, I think that's the equivalent of blind boxes nowadays. So I can't say, oh, gambling's bad. Um, Especially when they have things like Las Vegas and stuff. But I don't do gambling stuff in terms of going to the casinos just because I don't like spending money and I lose it. I'd rather like I know where my money's going and then but the only exception is maybe blind boxes. And even that is kind of rare. I don't really do that too much. Even though I do have like small hiccups and I see the Lulu the piggy and I go, "Oh crap, I gotta get it." But then it's not that frequent despite how it looks. So, I don't know if you guys heard about the whole Starbucks craze with bear cup, that bear cup that's super popular. I don't get it. This is at least it's cute, unlike Labubu's, but this one I'm like, you can just get it on Amazon. What's the problem? And they even have cuter ones. I saw one with color. I know like you can just add whatever colorful drink you put in that bear cup, but I don't know. I saw like a blue and purple one earlier, and I was like, oh, that one's cuter. I like that one. So I was like, I'll get that one rather than wait in line at 2 in the morning for a glass bear cup. And people are picking fights, and scalpers, resellers are like hogging the mall and bragging about it on like TikTok and stuff. Like, God, what a bunch of dicks. For those of you who are young, sorry I said bad words, but they are. They are. Like, they already have everything, and they decide to brag about it online like it's a total flex when they just sound like a bunch of jerks. Oh my god! Like, what happened to one per customer? Like, we are too soft on people. I swear. Like, some people don't learn unless you are strict. It sucks, but because okay, so we have a cup in the middle. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, this takes a lot longer live on live time, especially while I'm talking. And then I have been told like you need to shut up, and I'm like, no, do what I feel like. So that's a big ass cup. I also may not be on here too long just because I'm supposed to be sleeping, like I mentioned, and I wasn't kidding. I can't be up till like 3, 4 in the morning this time. I also need to not do that. I think younger people can get away with it. Me, not so much. So, um, oh, I did take a nap. I just realized. Yeah, I did take a nap. That's why I'm a little wired. But I need to still try to sleep. Yeah. And then speaking of her going to a place to have legal gambling for children, I think that's called the arcade. Arcade is basically legalized gambling for everyone, children included. I did have fun doing that stuff. I think we still have a very cheap arcade place where I'm at, but it's more for like from the 1900s, and they have old timey things. They also have stuff from like the 80s and 90s, and they still cost a quarter. Most of them anyway. There's some that cost $1, but it's still better than, and you actually have to use coins, not those cards or points or whatever. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so they still do that kind of stuff. Just it's reused old thingies from the 1900s. But those are actually kind of neat. They are a piece of history. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's something. They are a lot more interesting than what I see nowadays. Where, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't realize this is gonna take me a lot longer. And because my setup is a little wonky, the camera might shake. So sorry if you get easily dizzy. I'm trying my best not to do that. But I'm also sitting on my foot, so my foot might fall asleep later. Fun and excitement for middle-aged people. Ugh. Okay, so what else has been going on recently? Well, I have a parent-teacher conference next week. That's fun. No, it's not. I'm lying. But I have to deal with it anyway because that's what I do as a parent. And I think I mentioned before I didn't like them if I'm in the same place as the conference happening. Usually you just sit outside in the playground and just wait for them to talk smack about you. Of course they talk about good things, but oh, where do you need improvement? I hate that stuff. But then once it's done, it's done. You don't have to worry too much about it. And then now the tables are turned. Now I'm the parent, and it's kind of weird because even the way I sound, I don't feel like I'm a legit parent, but I am. It's just really weird. Like, oh, now I'm the parent and I have to go to a conference, and I hope I don't sound stupid. Don't look stupid. And yeah, it's just something else. But it turns out it's not so bad. As long as I have some questions in advance, it's not too bad. But I have to write said questions, right? Oh gosh, is that even? The feet are kind of okay. So I did something wrong. The feet are not supposed to be all the way yonder. Yeah, my setup is super ghetto today just because I'm not in my room. I'm in the other room. I'm just gonna change the positioning of the foot. Will that even make, I don't know. Well, today's traction is not as good as before. I think it's because I think earlier because I had that those Venom shoes. They are done, except I haven't been purchasing like the right laces for them. I might just end up just using white. I already have white laces, but then I used it for another pair of shoes because one of them got busted with the laces, so I opted for those instead. I wonder if I could just do this. Will that work? I'll figure it out later. I don't think I could do all. This is just the pencil work. If I can cram in some pens, that'd be great, but I kind of doubt it. I am a little bit pressed for time, but that's okay because I gotta sleep anyway. And then in the LiveWIPs, since not a lot of people went there that much, well, it's a little bit less than the people watching now, so it's not that much different. But I basically was just talking about like how in my feed, in my algorithm, for both Instagram and what was it, Reels and I mean Shorts in YouTube and general YouTube, I keep getting a whole bunch of dystopian. Everything is terrible and horrible. Why is life crappy? And some locations I totally get, like especially like in the Philippines with their typhoons and I think earthquakes. I forgot. I remember typhoons for sure and hurricanes and stuff. But then like other places, yeah, they do deserve it. But then when they start mentioning like all men are bad, all women are bad, they are like this. I'm like, have you met every single man or woman to warrant that kind of statement? I don't think you have, because they meet a few amount of people and they turn out to be really crappy, and then they write off an entire group of people, men or women, as these terrible, horrible beings that don't deserve good things. Like, ugh, what's wrong with that kind of mindset? I feel like when this is coming from a pessimist, I am quite pessimist. I don't like people either, but it's kind of shitty when you start writing them off because you had really bad, crappy experiences with a few people. Even if it's 10, 15, 20, 50 people, that's still not a lot. And there's also a common denominator: you. Maybe you're the problem. So a lot of people don't realize that until, like, maybe someone points it out, or they're at a low point in their life wondering, why is this happening to me? I am perfect in every way. And then it turns out they're a piece of shit. Like, I don't know. And like, how are they a piece of shit? Well, there's a whole bunch of different things, and it could be from like past traumatic childhood. It could be from like some experiences he had. I don't know. It really varies. Everyone's different. But at the same time, I really don't like when people make sweeping statements about a group of people when they haven't met every single person on this damn planet. I think it's really stupid and short-sighted. But I can understand why people wouldn't want to give a chance, especially when they are trying to get into the dating world and it really sucks. And there's all these videos about why I'm single and no one loves me. You know, there's like, I clicked on those once. So this is what happens. I'll click on a video that they talk about such things like, I'm 51 years old and I have no life. And then it's like, oh, okay, what's up with that? You watch it, it's like, oh, okay, I see. And then click away, and then you get like at least 50 more videos like that. There's a lot of them. A lot of them. And I was like, what? What? And it just clogs your entire feed. My gosh. And it's kind of alarming how many people are thinking like that. But some people may actually try to solve the problem, and then some people, they supposedly they don't want it to be solved. They always just make more problems for themselves. Maybe it's for maintaining their channel. Maybe they're just really, they don't realize they're the problem. And there's a fucking fly. It's like pissing me off. And so it's really, I try not to judge too hard because I don't. That's why I don't watch all of them. I like pick one or two and then, okay, that's enough of that. And then the algorithm goes, hey, guess what? Have 60 more of these people. I was like, I don't need to watch that much. So you have to keep clicking not interested, not interested. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. And it gets really tiring. And then people are making responses to this epidemic of loneliness, both men and women. And so you hear testimonies about that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it just turns into this massive rabbit hole of like, why everyone's lonely, why no one's dating, no one wants to get married, no one wants to sign prenuptial agreements, and blah blah blah. There's divorces left and right. The pandemic caused it all. It's like, ugh, one after another, after another, after another. It just doesn't end. So I'm always clicking, that's enough, that's enough. Do not recommend. I'm tired. Stop it. Go away. It's tiring hearing all that all the dang time. So thankfully, I have been watching anime, old anime, like Yu Yu Hakusho. I saw it on a whim. I've been meaning to watch it, but then 20 years passed. Sorry, but then I finally got around to watching it. It's pretty funny. I didn't realize it. Oh my God, I think it's like the male version of Sailor Moon. Also, the guy I think is also the male version of Sailor Moon. So I'm gonna kill this piece of crap. Did I catch it? No. Oh no, it's still being annoying. So, yeah, I have been trying to not pay attention to the crappy news, and I'm just sick of it. You watch it long enough, it just makes you feel ill of life and start saying the world is terrible and horrible. But I think what convinces me otherwise is sometimes I look on YouTube where they show wa- uh, walkthroughs, not video games, but of different countries, and Like I was watching, I think one time Albania, and then another time Germany, and then in also Poland or France, uh, uh, a town in Japan. It doesn't have to be like the touristy areas. It just be like a small city of some kind that not a lot of people know about. And I look at them and watch how life is. It's like, oh, it's not. Life is not so bad. It's just, well, people are going from here to there to commute to work to school, etc. And that's just how it is. And I was like, okay, that's a lot better than watching the stupid news here all the time, hearing nasty stuff and people pooping their pants and not wiping their butts. Like, oh my god, this stuff here is so stupid. And people putting things in their butt. I'm like, what the heck? What am I looking at here? But yeah, it's nice to see other countries just living their lives, even if they have problems. Even it's just they're just going through the motions and just getting from A to B and then calling it a day and just relaxing at home if they do relax at home. I just get really tired of the news here and what they cover all the time. And the thing is, if you want to look for good news, good luck. They don't last as long as the clickbait, the rage bait, whatever. The good news, you see it. It's like, oh, that's good. That's great. And then stuff about people being really creepy and going to jail or, a car crash. Like, oh, jeez. Like, how many of those do we have to see? I'm so tired of it. I want some good news, but then people are like, no, you don't. Bad news lasts in your head. And they're right, but I think it makes you mentally unwell watching that too much. It's like, ugh, I'm not a licensed professional, but just seeing all the bad news left and right just makes my head really tired and sick of things. So I try not to look at that stuff too long. That's why I do a lot of art. I think if you have a hobby that keeps you away from doom scrolling really long, I think there's hope. There's hope for you yet. Okay, so I got something going on. Not too bad. Okay, so it still won't be covered, but I mean that's what I have so far. Aw. Okay, now I need to do the line arts, and then maybe another one. Then call it a 28 minutes. That's pretty good. This usually takes me kind of long, but I think because I have something to I have an idea on what to draw, then it's not so bad. Now, if I'm doing stuff super random like I usually do and trying to figure out what the heck do I do, it takes so much longer. Okay. Oh, sorry. The other thing is hopefully my pens work. Sometimes they're like, oh, guess what? I don't like working today. That happens way more than I'm willing to admit. Thank you so much. I am just hoping I can capture. I do already have a reference on off camera, but trying to make it smaller, I think, is one of the challenges I put myself through. But I like that it's compact and I don't have to worry too much about storage space. They just fit in like a small container like this. And you just stow it away. I mean, I could also put it in a binder, but the thing is, they're only one-sided, so I don't really feel the need to make a cover for, like how, like with cards, there's always like a singular picture, and then the rest has like the four of hearts, king, queens, etc. This one is just for like art stuff to help me get me to making more art projects. And it seems to be very effective because I am doing art projects, but sometimes I get overwhelmed again, then I have to take a break. But now I'm trying to get out of said break, and it seems okay. But this nose is gonna be a problem. Hope your guys' weekend is going well. I didn't have to go out yesterday, which is good, but then I was planning to go out earlier, but I was waiting for a package. And then by the time the package showed up, it's already like 2:30 and it's already getting dark at like 3 or 3:30. I'm like, oh, okay, forget it. I'm just going to stay home. And I took a nap. It was pretty nice. I think when you're older, you appreciate naps way more. Oh my gosh. And that's if you can nap. Because sometimes, like, my head is wired and I'm thinking about at least 50 things. And so it's a lot harder for me to go to sleep sometimes. But when I'm actually tired, that helps a lot more. Or, like, people are not bothering, that also helps a lot more. So I was able to go to sleep for some time. So that's good. And I caught up on more Yu Yu Hakusho, and they have a whole bunch of it on YouTube. So I try to take advantage of what's free and available on YouTube before the YouTube gods decide, you know what, people don't need this anymore, and they get rid of it. Because I try to look for some old anime I used to watch on YouTube. Um, a big chunk of them are gone, or they're the English dub. It's like, ugh, what the heck. But the English dub for Yu Yu Hakusho it's pretty good. I usually don't like it, but the voice acting's pretty good. Guyver, however, oh boy, it's not terrible, but there's some parts that feel kind of awkward. But I do manage to understand what's going on, so that's the important part. And then I found out about some other anime. I tried watching Gundam. I don't really. I didn't really get into it. I'm sorry, but I do know it's quite popular. But I tried watching one episode. It's not even one of the old original ones. It's just like one of the recent ones. I say recent, but it's like in the year 2000 when it came out, more or less. And so I was like, they sure talk about politics a lot and governing nations. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm okay. So I didn't really fly well with Gundam. Was it Gundam W? They have good intro songs, I'll give them that, but then that's as far as it goes for me. Okay, that one's done. Mr. Bean. I don't have a reference. I'm not good with doing it just top of my head. I know what he looks like, but I'd rather trust myself with a reference. I'll keep it in mind, though. Thank you. Because I can't draw Mr. Bean based off my memory. I'll just draw, like, big eyes, nose, skinny suit, big head guy. See, I'd rather not. I'd rather get a reference, and I can't do that right now. I'm not in my room where I have the PC and stuff. Oh, a lot of these things I'm not good with memory. Did I draw Spider-Man before? I have a friend. I have at least two friends that love drawing Spider-Man. So I feel like, oh, I can't really contribute. I have drawn Venom more because he's kind of funny. Sorry, the request I might do off camera I can't do right now. Uh, I am supposed to be sleeping, but I figured I'd do this before I go to bed. But I can't hang around too long because I'm supposed to be sleeping. Can you smile on camera? Nah, I don't feel like it. I've been told since I was little, you should smile more. And then I just frown. Like, here you go. Or I just give them a really messed up smile just to make them shut up. I used to do that as a kid. I was like, oh. And then it happens even further as an adult. And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I mess with people when they ask me things. But it depends on my mood. Okay, so it's like this. What's the go-to answer? I smile when I feel like it. But when I say that, people give me the what the fuck face. It's like, oh, you're not a happy person. I was like, am I supposed to be happy all the time? What do you mean? Like, I'm not happy now after asking that damn question. So it really depends on my mood. Right now, like, it doesn't make sense when I'm not on camera. So I'm like, nah, I'm okay. Okay, this is starting to look a little off, but it's okay. I'm drawing kind of at an angle. And plus, even if the line art's not good, I still have a grace period of fixing it. So just because some parts are off does not mean, oh, it's destroyed, gotta throw it away, put it in the fire. No, I won't do that. If I can save it, I can either cover it with paint, or I can cover the entire thing with paint and draw something else entirely, which I have done several times already, and it has worked out for the best. The only thing is, it makes my card extra chunky with paint, so I don't have enough grace period to make mistakes all the time. I can only make maybe one mistake, and then that's it. Don't do any further. So far, I have not thrown away a single card, and I already have 2 decks of cards, and each deck is 100 cards. So that's pretty good of a track record, if I dare say so myself. But sometimes, I think one card I had, it got wet. I think water spilled all over it. I still have that card. Do I have it? Let me check. Take a break. Ugh. Yeah, one card I had got wet. Of course, it's not a really elaborate card. It's this guy. And you can't really tell, but it's a little bit wrinkled from the water damage, but it dried, so it's not totally bad, and I don't really care too much about. I just thought this character was super funny. Like, what the fuck? Has anyone watched? Well, it's called Zatch Bell, but in Japanese, it's Konjiki no Gash Bell. I never finished the series, but I still think some episodes are pretty fucking funny. But yeah, oh, I guess for those tuning in, I do have card arts, and like some of them I put together like this, and I just put tape on it, so for sure they won't be sliding around all willy-nilly. And I do this a handful of times. Like, this one is Evil Ryu, though I do worry this looks like a sunflower, but it's a gaping hole in his chest, all right, not a beautiful golden flower. Sorry, I need to stop thinking, but yeah. So I have Evil Ryu when he's having a good time, probably. And I have I watch anime, but it's the old stuff because I like those a lot more. So I have Vampire Princess Miyu and her guardian Larva. They're not like a pair, but it is like a micro series, I guess. So there's only 2 cards right now, but I do like how they turned out. And yeah, they're like one of the first animes I grew up watching, and I was like, I do rewatch it when I was an adult, but I actually like it. Not like cartoons where like I used to watch as a child, and then I go back and watch it as an adult. Like, what the fuck? Why did I watch this crap? But then, okay, so this one I think is called Real Woman. It's like a South Korean cartoon on YouTube. It's pretty funny, but they cut a brief quite abruptly. They never completed the series, which bummed me and a whole bunch of people because it's really really freaking funny. I love it. And then I did try to draw Shy Guy, but he's supposed to be more colorful. I just didn't feel like it. I was like, I only want purple, and so that's what I did. It's not totally clean, but I'm like, eh. And the thing is, with these kinds of cards, I don't have to be super clean and precise. I can be quite sketchy and a little bit messy. And this guy is Chamber from Generation X when it first came out in Marvel. And I liked his design. He was really cool, but some people thought he was like a vampire, but no, he's just a guy with a gaping hole in his chest and a mouth, I guess. But I need to draw him more. He's actually pretty funny. Oh, not funny. He's pretty cool. And then I'll show a few more, and I'll continue my work. I'll stop talking. Um, Original art. I might just keep quiet. I also just like this face for some reason. I don't know. I think this is my normal face, on in general. setting. Like, and then Gintama. I need to draw more Gintama. I just don't know which exactly, but for sure this one was speaking to me in volumes. Yes. Let's see what else. For those of you who play Black Myth Wukong, probably zero of you, but I like the headless guy. He cracks me up. I was like, how does that work? How do you sing? But he just does because magic, I guess. Powerful magical science of magic. And I think that's all. Oh, I have one more little micro puzzle I can show. So yeah, this one is I think Koguma. I think that's his name. And I just like how you can just put together and you get a little puzzle. And this was inspired by like Jim Lee's X-Men collectible cards back in I think it's 90s that he had them. And he had like I think about 8 or 9 cards where you put them all together and it makes up the X-Men fighting in the danger room as practice. I thought that was so cool. And so I was like, "Oh, I should do that." But 9 cards is a lot. So I just stick to 2 and already 2 it gives you already a larger image than just a singular card. So I thought that was kind of fun. And it also helps me recycle cards. So I'm not like doing individual cards at a time. I can speed the process up pretty fast working on multiple cards, like 2 or 3 at a time. So I think that's very beneficial in speeding up the art process because each card deck I have is 100 cards. I already finished 2 decks, all right? So I cannot emphasize that enough. Okay, so I will continue on with this. And then, what the heck am I doing? I think, yeah, I think I'm only going to do this one, sorry to say. And those requests, I can only allow 1 or 2 depending on my mood. So since you mentioned Mr. Bean, I may do that later. But then the other one, I don't know yet, because I don't want to give, I gave someone more than 1 free art request, and then they called me a bad artist. Oh my god. It was only 1 person, but it was really irritating because I'm like, what happened to thank you? They just kept asking, oh, wow, cool. Can you do another one? And I do one other drawing. And then, can I do another one? And I was like, you know what thank you means, right? Hmm? But no, they don't feel inclined to sit to express gratitude. They just kept asking more and more. So that's why I get kind of irritated when I get several requests at the same time from the same person. I'm not saying you're the one. This is just an example of what happened in when I did live streams and accepted requests. Because some people like to take advantage because oh you're not even a real artist. That same person was the one that called me a bad artist. Funny, right? And I'm like, if you don't like what I draw it yourself. I don't give a shit. Like, I could just draw a butt and give it to you. Oh my god. Anyway, so, yeah. I just do my own thing and then don't give a shit. And if I want to do a request, it really depends on my mood if I feel like it. Sometimes if I feel like I'm feeling nice, okay. But there are times when people try to push their luck, like, oh, she did one thing for me, I can ask for another one. And for free. And I'm like, oh. And then I give a disclaimer. Anyone who asks me for free art, I just give 1 or 2, and I'm not going to give it to you in person or in the mail. If that is involved, money is involved, and I don't want to deal with that right now. So I can do like uh, free request live, but I don't give you the drawing, the physical copy. So yeah, there is that. Because technicals. I know it says technicality, but whatever. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I think it's because I'm getting sleepy. But not real sleep. It's like, oh, I can still stay up a bit. And 44 minutes is pretty long. Oh, it's almost 2 a.m. Okay. So I didn't really talk much about anything. I'm just like talking about some art crap and recent stuff happening. Not that big of a deal. So I'm trying to remember where everything goes. I mean, I do have a reference, but sometimes I need to look down. I can't be looking all the way at the reference too much. it's already November, and it's mid-November, and it's already December in a few weeks. Like, what the fuck? This year is going way too fast. I said that in my last live whips, but I just cannot emphasize how fast this freaking month is. Or year, rather. Year. It's too fast. Like, slow down. I don't want to get older. Damn it. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was super late because my husband was very excited about the most recent fish he caught. And whenever I talk about fishing, at least two of the few friends I've talked to about, they're like, "Ew, why are you talking about that? I don't like fishing. It sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, I agree." So I got nothing else to talk about, so you're gonna have to deal with it. So, yeah, I was just like, "Oh, okay. What happened?" And he caught a fish that's 31 inches. That's the biggest he has ever caught. The biggest I caught was, I'm gonna say 25 inches, but yeah, 30 is pretty damn long. And I think they were supposed to be packing up, ready to go, because the day for fishing at the time was like, oh, this kind of sucks. Nothing was getting caught. It's already the end of the striped bass season in the general sense, but there's still some lurking around. That's why this big fat fish was showing around and trying to get extra food, I guess. But then the fish was quite big that it was drawing attention to my husband from regular people, because the bag that my husband used was too small. And so people noticed the fish sticking out of the bag, and they were like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" He's like, "Oh, I got it here." He said, "What? When did you get it?" Like 5 minutes ago. Like, what? So his people here, for the most part, don't really fish. So they're mostly like young 20, 30-year olds, at an office corporate job or whatever, and blah. And then, um, yeah. And so people like my husband and I, like, I just joined for the sake of support. And I realized I hang around old fishermen. That's my general group I hang around. I mean, I'm not like sitting with them, but like we're within the vicinity of other fishermen. And then sometimes they ask me questions too. And then, oh, what do you use for this and that? Or where'd you get the bait? And I end up talking to them too. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is my friend. Oh, and we're not friends, but for sure, we're definitely talking at least. So it's like, oh, okay, so this is the crowd I hang with now. Old fishermen. But I'm like, I guess it's better than going to parties and getting hammered every evening or some other, or um, being around people pretending to be something you're not. I don't like that either. So I guess it's okay, but it's just really tiring, especially if you're throwing a net all day and not catching much bait. Because some of the fish prefer live bait over dead, and if they are dead, they don't want to touch it. Like, oh my god, bougie much, freaking bougie ass fish. So yeah, that's the stuff I deal with. And despite which, it's pretty interesting when you do get a bite, but then you're, especially if it's a larger fish, you're kind of fighting a dang fish because it's fighting for its life while you're trying to reel it in. And people sometimes start, whoa, what's that? And they start taking pictures or recording you. And it's kind of embarrassing when you lose the fish. You're like, oh, it's like, oh shit. But when you do catch it, people want to take pictures with the fish, even though they did contribute 0% effort into getting said fish. Yeah, people are like that, especially women. And I can't clown too, because sometimes I don't mind if they like, oh, do you want to take a picture of it? And I'm like, oh, fuck, sure, why not? So I can't say, oh, only women do that. Like, oh, shit, if the opportunity came, if they offer you, like, hey, free picture, like, sure, why not? So, yeah. I hope this makes sense. This is kind of lopsided, but oh well. This one, Well, I guess it'll makes him a little taller. I just hope it doesn't look weird. So yeah, my husband was retelling the story at least 10 times. I'm like, okay, okay, I get it. You told me. But he was just so excited that he caught. I think his goal originally was to catch a 30-pound fish. And he caught one that's 31, not 30 pounds, sorry, 31, 30-inch fish. But he caught one that's 31 inches. So I was like, okay, so your goal is achieved. We can stop now. No. You know why? Crabbing season started. Oh my god. And he loves crabs way more than fish. So I was like, why? And so, yeah. And he's already talking about going to the beach to catch crabs. Oh my god. Thankfully, because he has a license, he can do that. Whereas I don't have to. I don't have a license. But I still have to go, I guess. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to even bother because I don't like going. It's cold at the beach. That's the other thing. It's cold now. And I don't want to go to the beach when it's cold. I'll be pissed off. And I have been pissed off. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm not looking forward to that. But it is what it is. Okay. I think I'll just finish this down part here and then I'll call it a night because it is quite late for me. Oh. Oh, okay. So it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like this. Okay. 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 That makes sense now. Good thing I caught that. Oh my gosh. It's already going to be Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. Oh, Jesus Christ. I saw something. Anyway, I have no idea what we're going to do for Thanksgiving. I haven't heard any plans for that right now. Gosh, when I remove something, then they show up. And if it's not symmetrical, I try not to care too much, but people prefer to be perfectly symmetrical. And digital art gives you that option, especially like you just draw one side and the other side is very apparent that, oh, it matches the other side, just mirrored. I was like, okay. And I should practice that more, but I just like, ah, fuck it. And I think we need that more often because always having to uphold certain standards where everything is perfect and perfection. And if you can't compete with AI, you're screwed. I try not to follow that so much because it never ends. You'll never be happy. It's always having to measure up to other people, other programs like AI and stuff, and Chat GBT and all that stuff. I cannot put myself through that much torture to try to be better than something that I probably cannot. But at the same time, I rather do this for the sake of having fun and improving myself than looking at others' shoulders like, oh gosh, they're way better than me. Fuck that. What's the point? So I really, I also saw online on, I think on YouTube about how women, especially celebrities, don't, um, it was a mixed thing. There was one video saying like why the standard of beauty by social media is considered kind of ugly to artists, but I don't think that, I don't know. Because I see artists still drawing this similar to what Instagram model stuff looks like. I still see it. So some people think that's a standard of beauty that is favored. And then the other one was how women's celebrity women's faces are looking kind of way too symmetrical that it's not really beautiful much. It's not natural. They look like robots or something not of this world. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I'm like, yeah, it's plastic surgery. What do you expect? I think what they don't really mention about plastic surgery is like after that one time where you get one thing fixed, either yourself or the doctors involved try to get you to go back to the office, go back to the surgery table and get more fixtures to your whatever you have problems with. Because you like, oh, I fixed one thing, I might as well fix these other things I have problems with. I was like, where do you have the money for that? That stuff's not cheap. Or you must have excellent insurance because that stuff, again, is not cheap. And so they keep fixing whatever. And then when they got everything fixed, they find something else that's wrong. And they do that and they do that and they do that and they do that until next thing you know, like, who the hell's that in the mirror? And I don't know. And they say women are like that. I'm like, what women are you talking about? Oh, shit. I think for me, I can only say based off my experience, and I am not a perfect person in the slightest. Oh, hell no. I have flaws I cannot stand, but it's not enough for me to start shelling out money to sit on a surgery table for someone to leave a scalpel in my stomach or some shit. Like, I can't. I don't like dealing with hospital stuff. And then the other thing is, I accept myself. I don't like stupid things I do by accident or, oh, I made a stupid bad choice. But messing with my face, don't mess with what's not broken. I think if there was like a medical emergency, yes, okay then. But other than that, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And the other thing is, oh, like, what about comparing yourself to celebrities? I'll never be that beautiful. You know what helps for me? Stop looking at that shit, like magazines and social media vlogs and stuff about celebrities. And then even movies, I don't take that stuff seriously. I don't like, oh, that's such a hot person. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, yeah, they look good, but then you see how they act. I was like, oh gosh. And then I don't take celebrities seriously. I don't put them on a pedestal. Unless they come here and help pay my bills and buy my groceries, I don't give a shit about them. They don't even know I exist. Why should I give a crap about them? And then that helps me a lot. I don't really worry too much about my appearances and worrying about what social media looks like with all the women who have like these standards of beauty that are heightened and people are lusting after them and wanting to be like them and wanting to date them. I don't pay attention to that. I think if you start paying attention to that, you give them more validation to keep acting like that. I think I think we need to bring shame back. Because when there's no shame, it's like people are running around doing God knows when, thinking that's okay to be like that. And I was like, of course it depends on the situation. Like, you can't have too much extreme stress, shame, but like where it's needed, I think you need it. Because now people are running amok with their butt cheeks hanging out, thinking that's cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you can't do that here. It's too cold for that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up now. What do I have to show up for? Like, I have this. I'll do these later because I might just make it as like a painted background with very little minimal lines. And then this one, the feet bother me a little bit, but I'll figure it out. I still have grace period. It's okay. But other than that, it's really cute. I like it. And then I am going to put my stuff away before I start working on them more off camera, which I can do, but I need to stop. Because if I don't stop, I'm going to keep doing more and more, and then next thing you know, oh, the sun is out. What the heck? I haven't gotten that bad with drawing yet, but I can't guarantee that that won't happen. So yeah, so this is what happens. Like, I just put my stuff away, and I think this is just a medicine first aid accessory case from Daiso. That's pretty good. You don't have to use it for the exact same thing. So yeah. So, okay, so I don't feel like doing a recap. You can just rewatch it. So thank you so much again for watching. If you had a request, I might draw it. It depends on my mood, okay? And that will be it for now. This is Delion signing on out. Thank you so much for tuning in or even sticking around longer. I really always appreciate it. I'm going to go sleep now. So take care. Have a great rest of your Sunday, weekend, Monday, wherever you are. I'm going to get out of your hair and see you next time. Bye-bye.